Well, I'll give you a scoring rundown later because it was a wonderful one. 38-35. New Mexico beats 18th ranked Washington State. Just a beautiful, beautiful scene here at University Stadium. Lobo football coach Bronco Mendenhall joins us. Coach Jeff Symbieta and Dontrell Moore. First off, congratulations. Just watching the joy in this stadium tonight is just palpable.
I just so lucky to be part of it, and so lucky to be the coach of these kids. Talk about resilient, tough competitors who just hung together. And I'm so happy for the fans that chose to come to this game and support this team. I'm just grateful.
You know, when you kick the field goal, go up by 3, they score quickly. I thought the drive, the winning drive, the maturity of that drive, the poise of not just your quarterback, but your entire team, to come back with that great feel, have them score for the first time because your defense was beyond phenomenal up until that point in the second half. I thought that was so significant, that last drive.
It's those kind of drives are program-defining, and they're also life-defining. And for the team to play that cleanly at the critical time, as John Wooden says, competitive greatness, right, is being at your best when your best is needed. And we needed that. Our team did. But more importantly, the sideline, they believed that it was possible, and they believed all week long. And they knew their backs were against the wall, and they kept saying all week to not count us out. They knew the statistics. They knew how long it had been. They knew everything. And then they had the poise and discipline and capability to execute when they needed to pull it off. And it was just a beautiful thing to watch and be part of.
Absolutely, Coach. Congratulations. I have chills and just excited to be a part of it and to be able to watch your team and the elation that you guys had. You said on Monday, and you said it about hope, belief, and work. Those 3 things, you have hope, and then you have belief, and then you put the work in. Is tonight the culmination of those 3 things, the hope, the belief, and the work?
It is for these kids and for this team so far this season. They've hoped that we would come together. They believed, as they seen proof through the way that we played this year, and they just will not stop working. And they answer the bell every time and every day we show up for practice. And as everyone has seen, it hasn't been perfect, but it has been resilient. And they knew, and this entire program prepared for this week, that it would come down to the last rise. That's what we prepared for. And holy smokes. It's just awesome.
For sure, Coach. For me, I think about the defense, right? Everyone talks about the struggles and the things that have happened for this defense. And, as an observation, watching every game, I see the progress. And, of course, you being there and seeing it. 28-14 at halftime. The offense and Mater and that team is doing, basically what they want. 4 consecutive stops in the second half. What was the specific adjustment that you guys made at halftime to make this high-powered offense essentially look mediocre?
There's a lot that goes into that comment. Washington State loves to play from the front, and they're very explosive, especially at the beginning of the game. And we knew if we could weather the storm early on that things would flatten out and level out, and we'd have a chance to catch up. And it played out exactly like that. And a lot of their scoring and a lot of the big plays came through the air to begin with. And we end up playing a corner through speech, as well as one of our safeties, Skylar Cook. Neither has played much the entire year, and those 2 kids came in and just battled like crazy in the second half.
Yes, sir.
And so besides us catching up to their plays, a few new players play again because of injury and just play phenomenally. And so collection of all of that, as well as leadership. I came in at halftime. I didn't have to say anything. The players were already taking charge, and they had already decided, they're not going to just let it go out like the first half was. And that's amazing.
Devin becomes the first quarterback in the history of this program to rush for 1,000 yards in a season, and you still got a lot to play for. He darn near leaps over a 6'3", 260-pound man to score, and then he scores on the next play. The superlatives are crazy. He just keeps getting better and better. How about him tonight?
Yeah, he's one of the best players I've ever coached. I've coached some really good players and some really good quarterbacks, and every single week, he's doing something to help lead this team. And, man, am I fortunate to be here with him.
Yeah, I know you don't get into this stuff. You only when we remind you of this. There's some mind-numbing numbers. Dontrell Moore, my partner, was on the last Lobo team that beat a ranked team. That was in 2003. The last Lobo team to beat a ranked team at home, Bronco, was 1994. But let me give you something even more crazy. The last time New Mexico beat a ranked team in non-conference play like you did tonight was November of 1940. That's what your team accomplished tonight.
Yeah, I just, when you think, the best gift I can give young people, and what we call it, is extreme expectations. And from the first day that I arrived and we arrived, it's amazing when you expect things of excellence and greatness, how people become excellent and great. And again, this only happens if young people let you coach them, and they've let me coach them, and they've listened and they've responded, and they have listened and responded, and they deserve all the credit. They've done all the work. My staff has done all the work, and I just get to talk on the radio and celebrate afterwards.
Well, lastly, you get to do a few more things. You get to go to Hawaii for the last game of the season with an opportunity to still go to a bowl game. And for this program and this season and how it started and where this program's been, you're going into the final game of the year with an opportunity you're still alive to play in the postseason.
Yeah, we're one of the things that we've talked about for a long time this year is meaningful games in November. That's what good teams do. And we want to be that team. We want to be that team every year. And these guys have a chance to do that. And I'm not going to take anything away from tonight. I don't have words. And that's coming off the heels of the San Diego State win. And so there's just some really cool things happening with this group of kids. And my hope is, the community truly enjoys this also, embraces what's happening, and continues to rally behind these kids as they represent them.
It's special. Anyone who was here is never going to forget this night as long as they're Lobo fans. It was a historic night, a special night. Enjoy. Congratulations, Bronco. This was a tremendous victory, and go get one in Hawaii.
Well deserved.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bronco Mendenhall, Lobo coach. I mean, you can just hear in his voice, you see in his face what it means to him.
Absolutely. You can see it. We saw it on the TV, right? Just the elation, the tears of joy that come down from him. We've seen it. Just in a couple of wins this year, you just happy. No other words. And, we've said a lot. We really have. And the reality is just let it simmer, let it marinate, and enjoy it in a bye week. And 2 weeks to get prepared for the most meaningful game for this Lobo football team to date, with an opportunity to play in the postseason.
Thanks for letting me experience this evening with you guys.
Thanks
Michael Carlisle, our on-site engineer. You guys do a great job. Christian Armijo, our spotter and stat guy, has been amazing. Bob Walpo back at the studio at News Radio KKOB, and man, one of the all-time greats. That was one of the all-time great games around here, at least in a long time.
Absolutely.
Thanks for letting me be a part of this one.
Enjoyed having you, partner.
Rob will be back on the air tomorrow morning. You get Lobo basketball from Madison Square Garden. I mean, why not have another special weekend? Last weekend was special. Keep it going, Lobo fan. Enjoy this. I said on our show earlier this week, you've been kicked for a minute. You deserve to have weekends like this. Enjoy this one, and hopefully a whole lot more to come as the Lobos win tonight. The final score for the final time from University Stadium, New Mexico 38, 18th ranked Washington State 35. Post-game show with J.J. Buck and Ned James is coming up next. Enjoy that because, well, there's a whole lot to enjoy. Thank you for letting me fill in for Robert Portnoy tonight. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. You've been listening to Lobo Football on the UNM Sports Radio Network.